Hello, my name is Amber May, and the speaker I selected to analyze for my oral critique was George Javaki. His presentation was regarding climate change and Arctic ecosystems. His topic, purpose, and thesis of his presentation were clear to the audience, so I deem that category exemplary. I also believe that he obtained adequate research that supported the content of the message he conveyed due to his travels to an island. The examples he gave from the trip helped the audience better understand what he was trying to explain. His presentation wasn't structured very well because his sequence of ideas and information were not following a logical flow. He frequently digressed, which resulted in his discussion to be off topic. For example, he spoke about his dentist and the yogurt and cheese he ate on his trip. The reference he made to the audience about his dentist may have been done in an effort to offer comedic relief. However, if he intends for his audience to be persuaded by the information he is presenting, it'd be more beneficial to refrain from discussion on non-related items. I believe he did an acceptable job maintaining the audience's attention with pictures and his lively tone of voice and inflection. However, he seemed to fail to read his audience. He failed to provide clarification and proper feedback in certain situations. In some cases, he expected his audience to already have knowledge about specific topics related to his discussion. It would be important for him to elaborate on a subject that might not be easily understood by his audience. This will help keep them engaged and focused. His travels and experience certainly enhanced his presentation because it provided him the ability to convey valuable and interesting information. However, this would have been more effective had he not gone off on a few tangents that were not tied to his topic. His verbal and nonverbal presentation skills need improvement. His eye contact wasn't effective when he often looked away from his audience. He repeatedly stared at his presentation screen instead of focusing his attention to his audience. His stance was acceptable, however, his hand gestures were somewhat distracting. It would have been more acceptable if he kept his hands motionless to alleviate the distraction of his hand movement. His rate of speaking was entirely too fast. I couldn't understand a large portion of what he was trying to convey due to his rapid speech pattern. I found the volume of his voice acceptable. However, if he were in a larger room, members of his audience located in the back of the room may struggle hearing him with full clarity. Another observation that was distracting and unnecessary was his use of and other fillers as he stumbled over some of his words. If he were to remove these distractions from his presentation, his content would be more professional and clear. In conclusion, I believe overall his presentation was very informative. Going forward, his presentations would be more effective if he eliminates filler words like reduces the pace of his speech pattern, eliminates frequent hand motions, and stays on topic for the duration of his presentation.